I still always know that you'll be there. I choose to put all my trust in you, Lord. Your record's proven you never lose. And every time that my mind starts to doubt, a thought comes to mind to remind me of how you've done miracles time and time again.
Good morning. Good morning to each of you. I am Dr. Corrine Johnson, and I would like to welcome each of you to Grace for Today 5-Minute Devotional. This is the space where we gather each morning to jumpstart our day with inspiration, encouragement, and the grace we need to move forward. And so on this morning, our subject is going to be God doesn't want you to worry. And our key scripture is going to be coming from Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6. And it says, never worry about anything. And so the number one source of stress in your life is not work, it's worry. Work doesn't keep you up at night, but worry does. So we see here today that God makes it clear in the Bible what he thinks about worry. When you worry about something, you're telling God that you don't think that he can handle the situation. Worry is an offense to God. Why do you need to let go of your worry today? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because worry is unreasonable. It exaggerates the problem. When somebody says something bad about you, the more you worry about it, the bigger it's going to get. Worry is unproductive. It's kind of like sitting in a rocking chair saying, should I or shouldn't? Should I or shouldn't I? Will he or won't he? Can she or can't she? What if this happens? What if that happens? What if it doesn't happen? You'll be wasting a lot of energy and it's not going to get you anywhere. Worry is unhealthy. Your body wasn't designed to handle worry. When people start opening up their mouths and saying, I'm worried sick, they're telling the truth, because doctors say that many people could leave the hospital today if they knew how to get rid of guilt, resentment, and worry. And a lot of times the reason why a lot of us are sick is because we're holding on to stuff. Worry is unhelpful. Worry has never solved a problem, and worry cannot change the past, and it cannot control the future. All it does is messes up your day, your right now, this very moment. The only thing worry changes is you. It makes you miserable. All those things you've been stressing out about, that you've been anxious about and worried about. I came this morning to tell you, let them go and give them to God. I just told you that your body was never designed to handle worry. That's why God told us in the word that we are to cast every care, every concern, every situation, every dilemma, whatever it is, every circumstance, every trial. We are to cast it upon him because he cares for us. He's the burden bearer. God never intended for us to handle worry. Our bodies are not designed for it. And so on this morning, God doesn't want you to worry about anything. Not that marriage, not your children, not those bills that are behind. He doesn't want you to worry about anything. But what he wants you to do is let all of that stuff go, give it to him, and allow him to work through all things to cause them to work together for your good. And so on this morning, we certainly thank God for each of you for tuning in and joining with me for Grace for Today 5-minute devotional. And it is my prayer that as you go forth on today, that you will go forth and have a blessed day.
Friend, you're still able. You're still